Presidential Election Court plays video clips of Inec chair Tinubu in Peter Obi's petition. Oh boy. It's now in the news how Peter Obi, Labour Party, and their team of lawyers brought in projectors, large screen TVs to play video evidences of the Inec chairman and then Tinubu and all of them, their videos and all their promises they made about transmitting election results in real time and the use of BVAS as they promised Nigerians. And so what has changed? Why they didn't use those things, they need to explain. And so the court was kind of, it went gaga in a way, okay, when they saw them rolling in TVs, the Labour Party and his team rolling in TVs and everything to show the videos. And the court really watched the videos. Let's see the comments that we have here. The Presidential Election Court admitted the video clips of INEC officials and Tinubu tendered by Peter Obi as exhibit. Oh boy, yes, they have to admit it. The Presidential Election Petition Court in Abuja on Saturday played 3 videos clips as evidence of Labour Party's presidential candidate Peter Obi's suit challenging President Bola Tinubu's victory. Mr. Tinubu, who won Nigeria's presidency on the platform of APC during the February 25 presidential election, is battling to sustain his victory in court. In a bid to prove his allegations of Nigerian Electoral Commission, INEC's non-compliance with its guidelines in the conduct of the 25 February presidential election, Mr. Obi's legal team tendered 2 flash drives containing INEC chairman Mahmood Yakubu and another top officials' press interviews. Another video recording contained Mr. Tinubu's press interview in Daura, Katsina State, where he had gone to intimate former President Muhammadu Buhari of his intention to pick Kashim Shettima as his running mate at the post. Mr. Obi's lawyer, Jibril Okutepa, had on Friday tendered the videotapes containing the interviews before the 5-member panel of the court, chaired by Haruna Samani. At the resumed proceedings on Saturday, Mr. Kutekpa called the channel's television journalist Lucky Obewo Isawode as a witness who mounted the witness box to testify concerning the videotapes. The court directed the playing of the videos. In the first video clip, INEC chair Mr. Yakubu, a professor, was seen seated with members of the political parties and civil society organizations. Prominent among them was Iyola Omisore, the National Secretary of the APC. Mr. Yakubu, decked in a brown kaftan, and a cap to match, walked into a room and exchanged pleasantries with attendees at the press briefing. Immediately after he took his seat, Mr. Yakubu began to reel out some of the innovative measures the electoral umpire had taken to boost the credibility of Nigeria's electoral process. There is no going back on the deployment of the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS machine, Mr. Yakubu continued. He went on to assure that there is no going back on the electronic transmission of election results from the polling units in real time to the INEC IRF portal. Mr. Yakubu interview also aired on Channels Television, a broadcast station headquartered in Lagos, Nigeria. In the second video recording, INEC's National Commissioner on Voter Accreditation, Voters Education, Festus Okoye, was seen on Channels Television primetime program Sunday Politics. Mr. Okoye, while being interviewed by the show host Shun Okimbaloye, regretted INEC's failure to electronically transmit the presidential election results in real time as it had promised in the build-up to the general election. The failure of the Electoral Commission to promptly upload the results from polling units or polling stations during the presidential election across Nigeria forms one of the issues raised by Mr. Obi and Atiku Abubakar of the Pro-Democratic Party in their separate petitions seeking to overturn Mr. Tinubu's victory. Tinubu's video clip evidence was also shown. In the final video that was played in court on Saturday, Mr. Tinubu, who was a presidential flag bearer of the APC, was seen dressed in a blue flowing gown bearing his signature infinity symbol, addressing journalists at Mr. Buhari's country home, Daura, Katsina State, on 10th July 2022. I have chosen Senator Kashim Shettima as my running mate. He is competent and reliable, Mr. Tinubu said in the interview which aired on Channels TV. Mr. Obi urged the court to nullify Mr. Tinubu's victory over the allegation of double nomination against Mr. Shettima. However, the Supreme Court, in a recent judgment, dismissed a suit filed by the PDP challenging Mr. Shettima's alleged dual nomination as a senatorial candidate of the APC in Borno Central Senatorial District, as well as holding the vice presidential ticket of the party in the February polls. After playing the video recordings of the trial, the court admitted them in evidence despite the respondents' objections to their admissibility. The court promised to rule on the respondents' opposition to the admissibility of the video clips at the end of the hearing the suit. In addition, the court admitted more electoral documents as exhibits from some local government areas of Benue State. After that, the court adjourned further proceedings until Tuesday, 13th of June. So this is what is making the rounds right now, how all the evidences have been tendered, and how even the APC lawyer didn't want to admit it. Inec didn't want to admit it because they have been exposed in a very big time during these evidences. Okay, but unfortunately for them, they were cautioned. Tinubu lawyers were cautioned by the tribunal to make sure they stop objecting evidences without credible excuse. Okay. At the same time, after showing all the 3 video clips, the tribunal has admitted those video clips as evidence in court and also promised to rule on them at the end of the proceedings, at the end of the hearings. This is a very serious one, and this is what Nigerians are saying, that Peter Obi and the Labour Party seems to be more prepared for this tribunal than even APC, Inec, and PDP put together. They took time to gather the evidences, they took time to articulate them, they took time to bring them, even though the tribunal is warning the Labour Party lawyers to make sure they get more organized. But they have more evidences and they appear to be more organized, and the evidences are so huge and so revealing that both APC and INEC are no longer comfortable with the case. But there's nothing they can do about it. It has come and it will continue to be, and every Nigerian is waiting to see justice emanate from that tribunal. They have to do the needful, they have to do the right thing, because there's no alternative to true democracy. So this becomes another plus for Peter Obi and for Labour Party in the tribunal. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.